Hello and welcome to the, let's try again. Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the All Things Sports Podcast. My name is Zach Bischoff. I'm running solo today. Danny was not available to come into the stream, so he will hopefully be calling in later. So today we are going to be talking about, if I share my agenda with you, the, there we go. Here's the agenda today. It's a short show. I'm running solo. As I said, so we're going to be talking about the CFL, MLB, and Premier Lacrosse League. Short and sweet today. So today, well, first of all, happy Independence Day to those of you watching and tuning in live, and for those of you tuning in on the audio. We'll be listening to this on the 6th. So I hope you had a tremendous holiday weekend here. So and we will begin. So on the CFL side of things, I will bring up the final scores and I will read them to you. As you see, BC and Ottawa, they won. It was 34-31, excuse me, in favor of British Columbia. And you have the Edmonton Elks and Hamilton Tiger Cats, 29-25. Edmonton win there, and Saskatchewan and Montreal, excuse me, 41-20, or 41-20 Saskatchewan wins, excuse me. And we have Winnipeg and Toronto playing tonight at 7:30 p.m. All right. That was very quickly CFL segments of analysis of that are quick. And also I do have a trivia questions, or not trivia questions. But how about what was your favorite moment, a sports moment that happened this week? Please write in the comments down below. And please put in the chat of the YouTube and Twitch streams that we're simulcasting, or at least we should be. So going into the CFL analysis, British Columbia was dominant as usual. And please excuse that there might not be deep analysis today, as it's odd not having my co-host with me. I will try and analyze the best that I can. Anyway, BC was dominant as always. And I really like watching just the offensive shootout that every CFL game is, and BC is a good team. They put up 59 in their first game, then 41. I forget what they put up their second game, but they put up 41, I think, their third game. So that's be interesting to watch. I think it will be Edmonton and Winnipeg. I will bring up the CFL standings here as I share my screen once more. There we go. As you see, the BC leads. They are 3-0. It's in the West Division. It's BC, Calgary, Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, and Edmonton. And then in the East, it is Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, and Hamilton. And I just realized that the intro screen was incorrect. This is not episode 11. As I said, this is episode 12. I apologize for screwing that up. And that screen. All right. So that is the standings through just about 4 weeks of play here. We have one more game here tonight. As I said, the CFL does play a 21-week regular season. I did not need to click that. There we go. So those are the CFL standings as I edit my screen there. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Full screen interface. That's a good one. All right. Anyway, as we continue here, so now we will shift to the MLB, to the Pirates. They've been playing okay baseball, I believe. I don't know what happened last night. Let me research that real quick here. Give me a moment. Hope you all are having a tremendous holiday weekend, as I said. I'm glad to be back recording the podcast with you all. And I should mention, please, I have a a YouTube gaming channel, or I called it Gaming Central, where I will play many different types of video games, mainly sports. So I will put a link. I think I can put YouTube links up in the cards up, you know, there where the cards usually are. I think I can do that in post production, but I'll put a link down in the description just in case. But anyway, the Pirates stats so far, they lost. They in their last series here, they lost to the Brewers. The first game was 19-2 in favor of the Brewers, and then they won 7-4 against the Brewers. And yesterday, they lost 2-0. And my big thing with the Pirates is always you need consistent pitching with Pirates. I mean, we're doing all right, but we're just but we need consistent pitching, especially out of Mitch Keller. Because I think once Mitch Keller gets good, I think we'll be all right in the pitching department. Now we have a lot of kids down in the farm system in Altoona and Indianapolis. Like I say all the time on this platform, need to bring Mason Martin up here. He's crushing it he crushed it in Double and Triple A. So I think it's time that they at least give him a shot. And that's what they have been doing with some of these kids. O'Neal Cruz, although he's only batting, I believe it's 208 right now, but I think he will come around eventually. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. I'm not opening the phone lines today in case Danny decides to call in for one. I don't have anything right now. So, although hello Danny, if you are watching the show live right now, I hope you're enjoying wherever you are at. I'm not going to give your location for privacy reasons. But anyway, we are going to. And this is, I think, going to be a short show today. Unfortunately, because we have a Twitch viewer. So hello to the Twitch viewer out there. That might be Danny, but welcome to episode 12 of All Things Sports. And you missed our first two segments, so are going to go into the Premier Lacrosse League to wrap this short show up today. And also, I need to mention once more that we surpassed, I believe it is, let me look, give you up-to-date information on the podcast analytics here. I believe it was 115 downloads last I looked. Yeah, so we have 115 all-time downloads. So I had written and posted in audio format an open letter to the All Things Sports community. Please give that a listen. As we recently surpassed 100 listeners, we're at 115 now. And just looking at the stats here, we average 5 to 6 downloads per day. That's a lot for us for just being a small-time podcast, relatively now. And then we've had, in the last month, we've had 31 downloads. In the last week, we've had 31 downloads. In the last 30 days, we've had 79. And as I said, all time, we have 115. And look at and we have viewers right now in 3 countries. That would be the U.S., where the podcast is based. And we have 4 listeners as of this month in Norway and 1 up in Canada. So hello, welcome to all of our international listeners. And I never said, I'm not going to go on about this for too much longer, but as I said in the letter, we never really expected this podcast to go international, and it seems that we're doing something right. And on behalf of Danny and myself, we would again like to say thank you for 115 downloads in a relatively short amount of time. We posted our first episode a little under 2 months ago on May 6th, I believe it was. And we have already had 115 downloads in 2 months. I think that's a lot. So anyway, is enough with my little tangent there. We will now move into as I'm looking at my screen, the Premier Lacrosse League and the final scores from there. So they should be scrolling right there at the bottom of your screen. And we have the Archers defeating Redwoods 14-13, Atlas and Chrome 13-11, Chaos and Cannons 11-10, and Lip Snakes and Water Dogs. I don't have that score. Oh, I'm sorry, 11-10. I think. It might be incorrect there. I apologize. Let me look on the site and get some accurate numbers for you. So what are we in week 4? So I'll read this again. Archers Redwoods 10-9 Archers. Atlas Chrome 14-13 Atlas. 13-11 Chaos Cannons and 11-10 Water Dogs over the Lip Snakes. Yeah, that format was a little odd on that ticker down the bottom there. So that sorry about that. I'll fix that some other time. Anyway, so yeah, and just a little brief analysis on PLL here. I prefer the indoor game, the National Lacrosse League, but I think, excuse me a moment. I think that the indoor game is a lot more fast paced than the outdoor league. But I like lacrosse as it is. Um, Lacrosse is an interesting sport. It's yeah, I think lacrosse is interesting, and I have to wrap it up as something is not an emergency, but something I have to go handle something real fast. So it's a good time to wrap up the podcast, and I will talk to you all later on right here on the All Things Sports Podcast.